Hello, you phantasmal phasers. This is the Roguerifler, and we are groaning and clenching over the metaphorical toilet that represents our dysfunctional administrative bureaucracy as we conduct purge after purge of our festering incompetent bureaucrats. Because right now we cannot declare war with casus belli. Somebody somewhere is preventing us from using all the propaganda we built up over the turns to actually declare war. So, what that means is we are looking for the P tape that might not exist. Oh man, this is too much fun. Anyway, what are we doing? While we conduct the purge. Are we still purging? Oh yeah, look at all that purging. Um, we're building up the armies because I have a very elite income apparently. um, so yeah, our colony income is just exploding. Even though what's our army? I'm kind of scared to see this. Yeah. Look at all those treasures. That's a lot of stuff. And their upkeep isn't actually that crazy. Like this is a tier 3 stack with tier 4 units. You know, upkeep of 62 energy. It's actually not much worse than like a regular stack. That's nuts. That is terrifying. This is why I think like the upkeep changes were unwarranted. You know, it's like 2.5 times as much. It's like we've got super artillery rockets that do 17 repeating damage at like range 10. We've got indestructible tanks. We've got people that can resurrect them. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Let's see. Offer a non-aggression pact and 176 energy. I'm not planning to kill you anytime soon, so why not? 50 cosmite. Is there anything else you can give me? Not really. You're not. It's not worth 50 cosmite, bro. I'm sorry. You have to give me like 150. And these guys, I could kill some units. I might as well. I probably have some. I have tons of stacks. I could just send all these guys in. Might actually lose units if I do that. Though I just have so many of them. I have like a decent stack around here. This is fairly decent. What happens if we bring in 4 stacks versus this 1 stack? How many units will we lose? That is the first question of today. And the answer is... I could take like 1 or 2. That's fine. Get... Probably the research is actually fairly decent. So, let's see. I don't remember what this guy's doing. He looks like a pretty good stack, so we're going to send him back to the HQ to hook up with the cool kids. And these trash stacks come back and, just bask in their unworthiness. I will probably send this guy over to join one of their ranks, get some good old Nurgle going on in their midst. I don't know why I moved that, but who knows? Got another trash stack. Oh man. And let's see. I think this is mainly the reason I have so many trash stacks, because I'm like pumping my cosmite into these just uber mechanical stacks. I think if I wanted to play this differently, I could, slightly upgrade my Xenoplague units and like do a lesser focus on like tier 3 units. This is the Devar, right? I mean, how could you say no to resurrectable tanks with 10 armor, regeneration, self-healing, and, 17 AoE super artillery. It's just like, I can't say no to that. I think, oh, we have all the stuff in the world. So I want, where is it? Where is it? Are these both Paragon? They are. There they are. We want another monitor, because these things are absolutely hilariously good in the endgame. And let's upgrade it to be shredding and healing. This guy, do healing. Is there anything else we could give it? Oh, they can have hyper aggression, driving off. I did not realize that. This is crazy. This is basically allows a unit to buff my artillery to do another 25% damage. Granted, I think it all stacks additively, so it's not a huge deal, but man, 25% damage buff as a free action. I think we want to put that on this thing. Right? So like at turn 1 it just buffs everybody and then uses its super ability. Let's do that. We've got a tank, we've got a support, we've got triple support. I actually probably want to build another tank here. Or I could build like a tier 2 unit. I could have like a cheaper bulwark. So let's put the cheaper bulwark in the stack. So that means we should probably build a tank. So there goes all our Cosmite. And we have another mechanical stack, though I do need to upgrade it a bit more, so we're gonna, you know, wait a turn on it. Over here, I don't really have enough to build a new support unit, so let's just build more trenchers, because why not? These guys are coming back to join up with a new stack. This is our mechanical stack that could kick some serious butt. However, can't actually go to war yet. So they're just gonna move to the front line and look menacingly. Right, this is the yeah, we're not enough political references today. We're just gonna leave it there. We've got a new support unit. You can hang out with the other support units, build more trenchers. Let's see. I've got, looks like I'm building even more trenchers. Legasp. And I don't really have the Cosmite do anything crazy over here. I could start building a navy to fight back against that navy, or to actually take this, which I don't have. How much are these frigates? So they only have 4 upkeep, and they cost 50 energy. Gosh, that's kind of ridiculous. Why don't we just build these for days? You know, we could build them. Oh wait, they'd be unhappy, right? Because I murdered all the Vanguard. Okay, so I'd have to give them a an infection pod, but I can't. Speaking of which, if we were to make a Vanguard engineer, we'd have to give them a little happy parasite. I don't even have electro bullets yet, so I think I'd give him a heal. So this guy would have 2 heals. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth. Man, if I could use like explosive mods, I might actually do it. That was the plan. Give like Devar powered explosive engineers. And I'm just so disappointed right now that I can't do that. So yeah, can I even upgrade these guys? How much would it cost? Cost 19. Oof, that's a big oof. Okay, so they're not hyper aggressive. They're just chill robots for now. I guess we just keep building up infrastructure. These guys can build more trenchers. So, what are we doing population-wise? So we're kind of at the, well, are we at the limit? No, we're not at the limit. We could build one of these, we should be taking. And that way this will grow more quickly. How about here? We can still grow. What's up over here? So if I have any way to buff our food sector, which I don't, right, we've got a long way to go. Probably should go for the happiness, so that way we don't have to worry about it later. Down here, I could start thinking about these sappers. Actually, that might be a bug. Their tier 2 cost might actually be needed to change. This is, alright, well, we'll have to, that's another thing I should look at. Okay, so I could do, oh no, it is expensive. Alright, so this does cost 100, I just have a bunch of cost reduction because, you know, that's a thing. Why don't we build more of these guys? They kind of look pretty cool. And this is way back in the back line, still pumping out all the food that we can get. There, now we don't have to worry about it for a while. Yeah, and we're still waiting on... So army-wise, I think we're actually getting in a pretty solid position. We're getting to the point where we could declare war and do pretty well. So I think that's the plan. You know, keep building stacks. Eventually we will purge whatever bad burrito is preventing our ability to wage war, or at least the ability to convince our populace that waging war is in their interest when it really isn't. So it's kind of like re-establishing our propaganda efforts. So what are we fighting? Are we fighting like actual journalists? Is that what's going on here? I don't even know. Are you at war with these guys? Is this why you're running over here? That might be why. Hey! That looks like we got our cause's belly back. Oh baby. So, I want, let's see, what could I do? I could give you all my cause's belly. Can I get 100 cosmite out of you? It's too precious. What about 10 cosmite a turn? So that's 50 cosmite. Let's try that. That's 60 cosmite. Let's do that. 70 cosmite, surely. Okay, so it's like they have nothing to trade for me. I just don't know what to do. I also have all the energy in the world. I am spending all the energy, but it doesn't matter. And it's gonna go up even more. Look at that, 1,182. Now watch. We just, yeah, 1,400 energy. This is me building this many armies, and we still, like, it just doesn't matter. So we're just gonna roll in and take this. That does not look like a fight I wanna do manually, yeah. And do I want to just absorb it? Let's absorb it. Let's not eradicate all of the Vanguard. That would be silly. These guys, well, I just want to set these guys over here, but I can come over and take this real quick. And I could release this as a forward base and then capture that, right? Actually, no, let's cancel that. Or, we want to look at which one of these hasn't been upgraded. So the Mobius Discovery. But if I give that up, this will be isolated, but we're going to grab this. And this also has Cosmite. So I think, even though this is like the better sector, we're going to have to get rid of that. And that means we should dismantle this. I don't think it matters. We'll just leave it as is. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to pick up this. This is a perfect spot for a colony, but... Actually, how much does a colonizer cost me? 70 Cosmite. For reference, that's like one of these Doominator artillery units. Speaking of which, I should upgrade some of these units. So, we can give this guy concussive ordnance. You give him an illuminator, but I don't think that's really worth it unless I invest a bunch of units into it. I'll give him a heal. There's also the guided delivery mechanism, so you can do like these ranged attacks every other turn, which would be kind of neat. Or I could just say this is all I want. I kind of want to... Alright. This is the budget. The budget Justicar. Alright, so we've got another mechanical stack. Speaking of crazy mechanical stacks, let's see. So, I think these guys want to start moving in this general direction, right? So that's another set of units ready to go. We should probably, I don't think it matters a whole lot. We can build another trencher, and these trenchers can come over here, join up, and get a somewhat normal stack there. This army is going to start moving in on this front. So now it's upgraded to its fullest capacity. And we're on to building more nonsense. Well, get more artillery. I might want like budget artillery. Do I really need this? I don't know if it's even applying... Oh, it does. The electrified and immolate. Oh, that's too good not to have. Yeah, that's really good. That's just really worth it. Let's do it. I mean, I guess we're not up against Amazons anytime soon. We should actually probably... Can I negotiate? What if I did this? And I gave you... I don't know. Let's give you 500, 600 energy. Alright. Will you not hate me? Can we come to an agreement? Our relationship is in trouble. Okay, what happens? We get rid of this. And, you know, we're gonna go peace. Okay, you just hate me. You hate my guts. I hate your guts. Piss off. That's our negotiating skills at this point in time. Alright. Let's get another monitor because they are pretty busted. And we have no cosmites, so we're gonna have to upgrade this guy later. That's fine. That stack's looking pretty good. I have too many trenchers, would you believe it? So we're gonna get us some foremen going. This looks like the trash stack that's gonna defend against potential invasions. This guy's going back, and this guy is... what do I want to do with this? So, we've got 2 Plague Lords. I don't know if I need double Plague Lords, to be honest. That one's like melee focused. This is the other problem, is if your destroyers upgrade when they're kitted out to be destroyers. So like this isn't that great. Man. Right, and just double check, I don't believe putting the parasite on somebody makes it count as a Xenoplague unit. So these guys can only resurrect Xenoplague units. So it might actually make sense to put this in here. Actually, you know what, we're just going to leave this like that. This guy can run around with some mediocre stacks. Oh, is this a fully upgraded one? It is. So actually, this guy is totally unneeded. We could send this guy over here. We're just shuffling our units around over and over again. Let's see. So actually, I don't think I want this. I want, like, some bulwarks. There we go. That guy just conquered that. And over here, we have... You know, got another stack pretty much ready to go. Gonna set up another stack here in a moment. And... we're building more Devar units. Because why not? Did I ever upgrade this guy? No, I never did. Oh, I didn't even give him a cool gun. Let's give him a cool gun at the very least. Give him a Void Seeker. And we can give him a Resurrect. You know, and give him some cool armor. So he doesn't feel completely out of place. I mean, I guess he has no feelings anymore. He's just hooked up to the Xenoparasite. So building more garbage, because we just have so much money, it's literally impossible for us to spend it all. It's a weird feeling, but this is still kind of a problem in the late game. I've never actually beat this. Let's just kill that. Yay, we did it. So, we've got these guys moving in on this front. We've got another mechanized stack that can kind of just steamroll. Like, this is just gonna, you know, we've been talking about bowel movements for 2 episodes now, and this is just gonna unclog this blockage here. All right, and then, you know, that's what's gonna happen. It'll be great. These boats will probably take this over. I don't really know if I care to do anything about that, to be honest, because they can't do anything on land. So why should I care about them? In fact, I could even give this up and that's a lot of food. but I don't really want to build units. Right? Like, can I give these guys the parasite? No, I can't. So I can't make boats that don't hate me. And it sucks to try and fight any of this stuff with your land stacks. So I think we have to just seed this. So we're gonna grab this instead, I think. Oh, I don't have any influence. I could burn it to the ground. Alright, we're gonna do that. And then this thing, well, it'll be fine. It's not like it'll probably lose too much food. I don't know if it'll be starving, but we'll figure it out later. But yeah, otherwise these guys are just gonna take this over and, you know, it would suck. Alright, the bugs are coming out of their hidey holes thinking, man, those terrifying doomstacks are right near our capital. That sucks. And yes, it does. I don't know what else they're going to be able to do in that time, but these are just going to roll over them. That'll be great. Just like... Normally I have more varied stacks, but it's just, you know, when you get these monitors, you're like, I want to build mechanical stacks. Then you get the Devar, and you're like, I want to build mechanical artillery. Because who doesn't? Man, this guy could be upgraded. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. How many artillery? We have 2 artillery. We could totally upgrade that artillery. We're going to upgrade that next turn. Okay. Okay, so we completed the stuff. The spacers are sending attacking armies, I swear. I'm not going to spend any more time with the internal purges. You know, we've grimaced over the toilet for too long, so it's time to just destroy our enemies. So there we go, we can capture that, and this we can annex over here. How much food did we lose? We lost a good amount, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, and we will upgrade this, because who doesn't want their artillery units to do 5 billion damage? So that is getting ready to do cool things. Meanwhile, we're just going to continue to march forward. And we also have our other super mechanical stack. These guys are actually even more terrifying because of I can give all my mechanical units shielding, which makes them really good against psychic stacks. But these guys are kind of, they're fine. Nothing's going to go horribly wrong. Okay, so we've got a decent stack. We've got another very decent stack. And we kind of gear them up with a trash stack. Where do we want to send this? So I think this is completely fine. I'm not really worried about that. This is fine too. It's like it's a low-cost way to deal with, you know, any sort of other stacks that come by. Build that. We can get some skirmishers and some specialists. Heck, we can rush it because we have infinite energy. We have too much energy. I can't build anything here because they hate me so much. That's not true. I guess I could build engineers. I don't know what I would do with them. I'd have 2 big heals for mechanical units. they have targeting calibration, which actually works really well with the artillery unit, right? Because now they can just move in and I can slap this on them and they can fire. I think we'll look at the resurrection stuff, but that's not really that super good. And I might end up with like Valkyrie units that I can resurrect. That might be the future, though this isn't even set up to do any of that. Actually, we should be grabbing that, not this. So we've got another army ready to go. Let's build more stuff, more sexy mechanized units. We've got our other stack where I don't even know where I want to put it. I think these guys are going to come over here to eventually ward off any attacks from our sophisticated neighbors over here. This has too many support units. So what does it need? It needs to upgrade this guy. So I don't have any Cosmite to build any super units. So why don't we just upgrade this thing now? Armor melt. This is pretty nice. The extra, like the extra HP. But I think it's too much. I think I just want to have the heal and the armor shred. So that leaves this with some space. We could put one of these in here, turn it into a budget tank with decent armor. Is there anything else I've built that I want to throw in there? We could probably I guess we can get another one of these started. And over here, get another foreman started. And maybe start upgrading that next turn. Over here, we are just chilling. I don't see any enemies. I could try to push over here, but our main offensive is just to smash through this. And we're upgrading these guys this turn, so I don't want to push forward. And we're building 5 new trenchers. We might as well get these guys rolling. I also have all the energy in the world, so I can waste it on more units that don't cost Cosmite. I have no upgrades for the Kiriko still. So we're just gonna generate energy here. And that's a stack. What's going on over here? We're building even more stuff because I have way too much energy. Alright. I think these guys are fully upgraded. Yeah, there's not much for them to do, is there? So, we've seeded the water, but I think we had to. Oh, they control this. Which city is that? Oh, it's these guys. We take this, we get... Oh baby. Alright, well that's definitely priority uno, because that's 20 more Cosmite in the bank every... I love this. I love these changes. I love giving these things Cosmite income, because they actually become important. Like, it feels so good. It's like they're like targets that I'm like, wow, I could take that, and it actually does things. So this actually makes this navy something I have to deal with. Or I could just build a colonizer and rush it up here. Am I that desperate to not have to deal with this navy? I pretty much am. So, these guys are going to march. I just have to figure out where they can stay in cohesion. So if I moved them their max distance, they wouldn't be able to stay in cohesion. They have to pretty much come over here. Which is why you have to check all these things out every single turn. These guys are marching on their capital. I think we're just going to go over the mountains. So that's more crazy stuff. And by the way, here's another Doom stack. Okay, so I should probably have some sort of support stack here, just in case they show up. Let's actually send those guys over there, and we can reinforce them with like bulwark later on. We could actually probably send this whole army over here. And over here, we're building, you guessed it, more trenchers. No, I don't care about these people. So, we actually got biospore proliferation. Oh, that's a word. So, I think I should actually look at its description. I think it only applies to biological units, right? Resurrect target friendly biological cyborg. If used on a xenoplague corpse will return only. So it doesn't say that it would allow me to resurrect mechanical units. I don't think it does. But it does allow me to resurrect biological units, and what's nice is that that means I can give units that gives me that also makes it so my Xenoplague Resurrection spell, where is it? Derp, 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 derp. These guys. So like these units normally can't resurrect other biological units. However, if I give them this thing, they can resurrect them. So this thing becomes a Xenomancer. Let's turn this into a Xenomancer as well. So it gives me tons of resurrection potential, which is great. This guy, you can turn it into one of these things. Actually, oh man, I spent too much cosmite already. Because, well, it is too much, because I need to upgrade the engineer at some point, so we can get another indestructible tank going. What did this need? Needed some more frontline unit, so it's got one. We should probably just build more mechanical units here. We finally got food development too, which is neato. I think we're gonna get our remaining slots, our remaining doctrine slots while we have the time. Is there anything else I want to grab? I could get bullet weapons, but at this point I don't think it matters. I could also get this, the reactive kinetic battery. I should have done that a long time ago. That'd be great on our tanks. But, you know, maybe we'll be able to use it, you know, maybe, possibly. So over here we've got another stack. Okay, so this place is growing and pumping out all the stuff, right? It's level 5, so we're gonna want this. What does a crystal altar give us? I mean, we're not really gonna build units here. Let's be honest with ourselves. Though, in our food production centers, we could build some food. Oh, we never upgraded that. All right, we're gonna cancel that, and we're gonna build this, and then we're gonna build that. Because we've been exporting food for days, but we weren't actually upgraded, because, you know, that's a thing. And I guess we're just building more stuff. So let's get a foreman, and then let's get some more bulwarks. Right, so this is the blockage clearer. Right. They're ready to march in, and we're seeing some stacks. We might actually have to fight on their capital, but, you know, this is like, I guess I upgraded one of them. I could upgrade more of these guys next turn while I take this city. I think it's just a big difference, right? Because this is doing 17 damage per, and this does like 4 damage less. So it's doing like 30% more damage. And these also give their like network level what? They give them stagger, right? Yeah, so we're gonna have, these have any default stagger? So they're gonna have massive impact. This is just terrifying. Oh, are you declaring war on me? Oh, hello. That's looking like an army. That's quite a big army you got there. What you gonna do with it? Yeah, so I'm not too scared because we can throw together a pretty decent stack, and we have this army over here. We've got a decent amount of stuff in the tank, but it is kind of a little upsetting. These guys are demanding. Really? We've been buddies this whole time. We're friends, and you're gonna demand crap. What do you want? You want this sector that I can't actually own. You know what? Accept. You can take that. That's fine. You can take it, somebody else can take it from you, and then I'll take it back. It'll be great. Do I want to blow these things up for more influence? It's 120. You know, we're about to go to war, but you know what? Why not? Why the heck not? So let's bring our full set of stuff down here and hopefully kill this in one go without huge casualties. Lost a trencher, but we gained a postulate. I'm okay with that. And we're building up another stack. Let's do that and throw in a foreman, because why not? These guys are ready to conquer and kick some bug butt. This thing needs to be upgraded. And we actually still have the Cosmite to build a super artillery unit, so we're going to rush that and do that. And let's get some more bulwarks to go along with this stuff. Okay. And we can get another monitor. Do I want a Justicar too? These things are really neat. Let's get that as well. These guys are going to join up and become another super stack, but I'll have to upgrade those next turn. What are we doing? Let's see. Can we infiltrate someone's center? No, let's try to just invade your center. Hey, at least it didn't go horribly wrong. We're fine. Everything's fine. And this is going to bend over and say, well, that's a lot of mechanical units. I guess I'm dead. Okay. And this is also undefended. So we should actually march these units. Take that city. If these units start like... They're probably going to take over this district next. So the plan is to take this city so we can grab this. And we can build a reinforcement stack here. Rush some stuff. We're doing fine. Upgrade our hero. Man, is there anything else I want with this guy? We could do ground command, which would give our tank a little bit of extra damage. I don't know if that's worth it. Probably just range specialist at this point. Oh, and I could give this guy more things. Okay, and +2 damage resists all chances when in cover. Well, we're not really using cover, are we? +10 HP sounds like the best option. And over here, just to make sure that we don't lose our stuff. I did not choose to upgrade the stack. That might be a problem later, but we'll see. And we're chilling over here. Eating all the territory. It's fine. We're just gonna rush more stuff. Got another full stack. I guess we can just send these guys to the front. And continue the standard. Actually, get rid of one of these and get another bulwark. It's just more HP and more armor. Why not? Let's just keep pumping out the units. So those guys get a sapper, and 2 of these. Boom, easy. Oh, we're actually running out of energy. I'm impressed. Yeah, this thing's still growing. Might as well upgrade that. So we actually ran out of energy. Can you believe it? Okay, so our little scout's finally been found out and is dead. It looks like a secret tech building. Oh, that's pretty cool. They actually have a massive indicator saying there's the big glowy thing and you should do something about it. Alright. Now I could wait a turn and upgrade these units. Right, what are we doing over here? We're waiting 2 turns on this, so that sounds like a good idea. That's a lot of armies over there. Okay, so they gave us more casus belli. I think we're already maxed out. It's more influence, why not? And I think since these guys can actually attack us if we upgrade, we're gonna back off this turn and upgrade. Are they in range? No, it doesn't look like it. So let's get these guys to super artillery mode. And these units can, I guess, just intermingle. Gonna have a mingling session. We're just having, you know, good old party up here. It's great. Alright, so these guys are reinforced. It's excellent. Might as well wait a turn here. And these guys are trouncing on to, I think, fight these guys. That might actually be too much for them. Well, we've got a ton of trash units, and they've got... they have a decent army that just showed up, so we might not be able to beat that. But if we did, it'd be pretty cool. The other thing we could do is we could just build a colonizer and rush it over here. That's the boring thing to do, and it would prevent us from building another artillery unit, you know, which is just unacceptable. Speaking of artillery units, let's upgrade and let's get the budget version and the other budget version. So now these guys are at least upgraded, and we can just keep pumping out the trenchers. What do we want? Trenchers. When do we want them? Now. Let's see. So this guy is just chilling, I think. Yeah, we're just building more units. I have all the energy, so I can keep rushing them. These guys are building more units. And what are we doing over here? We want to upgrade this. So that way, you know, our cost for getting more food goes down. How much does it cost to rush that? Too much. So, are we gonna be, what's Red's name? Zana. Is Zana gonna fight me? That's the real question. Because I think there's no way they hold here. There's absolutely no way that these armies don't just smash through. In fact, we could probably send this army up here to take this. These guys can go back because they're not really going to accomplish anything. I don't think they're going to win that fight, or if they won this fight, it'd be with an extreme casualty count. Whereas this army will just come in and nuke it from orbit. I guess they're not in orbit. Oh, and another of our scouts died horribly. That's fine. But yeah, this is terrifying. Like, I'd be scared of this. Imagine trying to fight this. You know, you've got +4 shields on a ton of mechanical units. AoE attacks from range 10 that do absurd amounts of damage. You know, tons of armor shred. Like, what do you do against that? What do you even do? They've got like tier 1, tier 2 stuff. Got an angry bug. It's like, I'm gonna fight and stand and die for my hive. And that's exactly what he's gonna do. Poof. So these guys are gonna march on this. Oh, crud. Well, I don't think they could beat 2 of the stacks at once, but that was a slight mistake. And over here, these armies can now freely, you know, move forward without any fear whatsoever. It's just a conga line. Alright, well, that's just going to pour over here, and it's going to be absolutely disgusting. On this front, how are we doing with our mechanical stacks of doom? We've got another doom stack ready. I think everybody's almost upgraded. I think we need to upgrade our walker units a little bit, so let's get I could just single turn a tank. That's terrifying. Wow, there's so much production. I think they are having a happiness event. Yeah, that's... I don't have the Cosmite to do that. I think we're just bottlenecked by Cosmite, but let's grab one of these. And... I don't even know. I don't think we can really build anything there that's useful. This guy's gonna run over here. Got another Devar dude. Let's at least upgrade this to have a heal. Then I'm out of Cosmite. Do I make a budget artillery stack? I guess, like, I need to blow this up. Kinda don't want to pull that army out of position, so let's send these guys. Because they're not doing anything at the moment. 22 Cosmite. I will gladly accept that. Alright, what could I get? What could I squeeze squeeze out with 22 Cosmite? We can upgrade this guy to a Plague Doctor. Congratulations, there goes 22 Cosmite. Oh man. Yeah. We could just build a ramjet. A bare naked ramjet. Actually, it's not even good here. This is like... This place is only good for building elite units. We don't have the stuff for the elite units. We could make some farms. That's what it's come down to. We're building farms because our factories just are building too much stuff. Let's grab another Devar Bulwark to upgrade next turn, maybe. And the conga line is congaing. This army will fight this. We could actually keep advancing, I believe. Let's at least secure this. These guys are waiting. Same with those guys. And this is... Oh, it's the perpetual motion machine. We've been building this up so that we can build super duper flying units here, which is going to be somewhat not relevant, but I think it's pretty much ready to pump them out. I just don't have... Why do we need plus 44 happiness? We're getting plus 44 happiness. There's nothing to stop us. So if I were to build... Rush that. This is now producing. So it doesn't really seem to take into account. Okay, so if the numbers change, you have to like re-click things because it doesn't update. Doesn't update the sharing setup or whatever. So that's giving us boatloads of food. I don't think there's anything else I want to build here, so let's just do the thing. This is ready to build some cool tier 2 units. I just don't have... Well, I have to build this, so there we go. Let's grab that. Over here, we're building up, reinforcing trash stacks. So let's just keep doing it. I'm still not using all the stuff I have researched, but you know what? We've got the super sexy conga line, and it's about to conga it down at this capital. And our little lonely pustule scout has been horribly killed by the commander. Was that the commander? That might have been the commander. It was a hero. I don't know if it was their actual commander dude or not, because I wasn't paying attention. So, how close are we to triggering the endgame? We're 15 sectors away. We're securing, what is it, 1, 2, 3, bunch more. Yeah, we're about to consume the bugs. So we'll have to worry about immediate reprisals from the south and the west. I think with like one more mechanical stack, I won't have to worry about the south, and I'll need another mechanical stack to kind of zone these guys out. If I can get this Cosmite source online, I think I could start building flying, super flying units at, where is it? Over here, right? Because, let's see, what could we get out of a flying unit here? So, base stats, 5 armor and 2 shields. That's pretty cool. If I wanted to keep its Cosmite cost low, I think I would give it the heal. I would definitely give it the heal. So it gives it even more HP. And I think I would give it anti-armor. So that's still 28 Cosmite. Is there any lower cost things? We could give it explosive resistant armor for an extra 2 armor, which is not bad because it all scales exponentially. Or we could just leave it as like a budget. I think I already have that template, right? Oh no, I don't. So we can make another budget design. So we've got a self-healing unit that does decent against armor, but it costs 30. And I think to really get that online, we need to take this over, which we should be able to do this turn. Or not this turn, but start getting close to doing it. So these guys are going to come in. I think I'm going to auto this one, because we're going to take the capital this turn as well. And that should be a lot more interesting. Let's see. I think we should just obliterate this, to be honest. But you never know. Maybe the AI will figure out a way to lose all my artillery pieces. They're taking their time thinking about this. Okay, yeah. It is a absolute slaughter. So we're gonna absorb it. It's gonna take 10 turns. That's a big yikes. I think that's what we have to do. These guys, man, I need a scout. We could probably summon a scout. Let's get a trencher. And let's see what exactly is going on. I'm gonna sky drop this guy, and he's gonna see that there's not a whole lot here. There's a natural border here. So I think what we're gonna do is have the fight of our lives. So I think we attack the stack because it's out in the open. There might be a secret stack, but even still, it should be okay. And this is where we demonstrate the awesome power. Alright, it's their capital. We're gonna do this. But the awesome power of Devar artillery, backed up by a front line that just can't die. You think you can transfer the pain? It's just not gonna happen. So the other big thing to alright, we're gonna do the full feature here. So welcome to Battle Cam, the inconsistent segment where we sometimes talk about the units we're fighting. And the introduction is probably different every time. So, what are we up against? We are up against lot of tier 1 trash units. We've got some core Vanguard units that are unupgraded. Looks like a couple different types of Kirko core units. They have the ionic setup, so they actually do electronic damage, which is a little bit dangerous, but it's only on their spit. There's a couple of those guys, as well as some unupgraded ones. Anytime you see basically just the faction's icon, the unit is unupgraded. You've got a nasty hero dude, and I think it looks like one Abyssian. That's these guys. The no volatile units mod allows you to build these guys, and they can tunnel, and most importantly, can encase people, which, you know, kind of puts them out of commission. However, you can dispel that effect. It's not the bullshit that the what is it? The Void Tech tanks have, which just, by the way, you can't do anything for 2 turns. Have fun. Anyway, bringing it back. So, not a whole lot of threatening stuff. They do have an artillery unit here, but it's unupgraded, and it has very low accuracy on its attack, so I'm not too concerned. The main threat here are these turrets. They have armor shred on them, which means I want to take them out before I put my sexy robot mechanical units anywhere near them. So with that said, we're going to use our artillery to bombard these little nests and set up a little bit of a defensive perimeter. I think these have 9 range, and guess what? My artillery has 10. So that means I could stand outside their range with my artillery unit and fire. I also have some monitors, which are going to buff all my units, because that's kind of crazy. So they're all network level 3. I think that even gives them extra range. Let's read that for a moment. +1 range, +20% damage, stagger, more stagger impact, and 2 arc resistance, as well as +10% accuracy. So that's a big buff. That means this thing has a range of 11. So we can actually stand 2 spaces outside of their range and still hit them. We can actually park right here behind a shot blocker and shoot them. That's ludicrous. So we're gonna do that. This unit, so where could I be to be in range? I think I could stand on this little pip to shoot both of those. So we're gonna move over here. And this guy wants to just hang out, I think here, to fire at both of those. Okay, so that's where my artillery has to be. Now I kind of want to defend it, but I don't want to get in range of their turrets. So we're going to move this guy up here. He's going to say, shoot me. Just shoot me. And that guy's going to move forward a little bit. We're also going to give a morale buff to our artillery units, because who doesn't want artillery units that can crit? Am I right, or am I right? Actually, probably don't want to stack up a whole lot, so we're going to sit here. I could also give them an extra +10% accuracy buff. Why don't we do that? So everyone has enhanced targeting, in case they weren't buffed to the moon already. Which is pretty much where we get to the point where this is just going to be maybe a little silly. I can also advance behind shot blockers because the turrets require LOS. But I'm doing my best not to take their fire. So this guy, for instance, could run up over here. I'm also worried because I could just blow up this cover. Well, we could resurrect mechanical units, so what's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so there's some aggression going on. shooting the tanky units, which is exactly what we want. And it looks like they targeted the support units. So, this guy's in trouble. We're going to get him behind a shot blocker, and I think he can heal himself with Biospore Purification. It's not an absolutely the worst scenario. Now, this thing can just open up. And I think we're going to open up on this blob and just annihilate it. You know, there it goes. It died. It's dead, Jim. And this guy can also delete a blob. I kind of want to get rid of their artillery. So let's kill their artillery unit. It's not totally dead, but it might as well be. And over here, we've got another artillery unit. We could start targeting their hero and blow up that turret. So that's a lot of death and destruction from artillery. Now I'd like to blow up that one, but I don't think I'm in a great position to do that. I'm gonna pop that and can do some more AoE punish over here, so let's do it. That leaves our tank. Our tank is probably the best candidate to take some fire because it has the reactive shielding, so I don't think it'll die if it moves up. So I kind of want to use it to get some aggro. My units haven't taken a whole lot of damage, so I'm not going to use the heal, but I'm going to use the armor shred against this unit. And that'll allow this unit to just kill it. Now, I could go for the blind. This unit's kind of dangerous because it has, it can shoot through armor. I could either shoot that or I could try to hit the air units. How dangerous? I actually don't know how crazy it'll be. What are my hit chances against this? Not great. And we have to deal with this guy. Let's deal with this guy. So he's dead. I'm going to start shooting at their air support. This melee unit I'm not too worried about. I think I'm even out of range of that turret, so I can just run in and attack him. That might have actually put this thing in range, but it's okay. It's hard to hit. You can just like use our cannon or just ram him. And just ram him. So he's pretty much dead. And this guy, since we blew up this, can sort of fly forward and start putting on more hurt on their main guy. Can I get a finishing blow on this guy? Hopefully. Apparently not. I can even hit my own guy. That's not great. Not really a whole lot threatening over here, so we're going to move our support unit to kind of get around the side. And what's the range on that? Kind of massive still, so we're going to come over here and advance. Get behind this shot blocker and not do anything useful. Okay, so what are my concerns? These flying units are a little crazy. This thing took some damage, but I don't think it's in like a super bad spot. So, what do I even want in life? How much is this threatened? This might actually be in danger, so let's give it the good old breach protocol. Give it a small heal and some extra armor. Oh, yikes. Hopefully they don't blow up the artillery. Or the support units. Oh, that was rough. Woof. Okay, so this thing took a lot of damage, so it's going to back off and use its big fat AoE heal, which heals for 15 on all units because that's not broken. And we're going to do it again. So this thing pretty much full healed, most of the mechanical units full healed. Our artillery can take this out, so let's do that. Now what else do we want to do? I want this guy to attack that, but he has no accuracy. Okay. This thing can light them on fire, but it can also take a ton of shred from that. Can I do an AoE hit on all of them and kill it? No, not yet. Okay, so that got rid of that. This guy's pretty much toast. I really want to start dealing with these air units. Can I target air units? Thankfully not. That would be really dumb. I can utterly destroy that. Yeah, let's just... Well, actually, hold up. This one is probably the best target for this far artillery. So that kind of nukes their entire back line. Let's do that again. That's looking pretty spiffy. Or I could kill these units. You know what? Let's just do this. Oh, and there was a... Yeah, they're not living through that. That's just a nope. This guy's probably dead. So that leaves these units. Oh, and I have an AoE attack. Why not? It scattered, it did nothing, but that's okay. I love you anyways. Let's try and get the finishing hit here, maybe? Okay, so that's dead. That pretty much leaves this unit. Now it's dead. So, our indestructible super tank can run over here. I'm wondering if it can target air units. Oh baby, it can. Oof. Yeah, that's kind of busted. By the way, your tank is the best anti-air unit in the game. Congratulations. It's just so silly. Okay, what do we have left? We can kind of start attacking this thing or just spraying it and praying to hit that and maybe kill it. I don't think this guy can get killed, so we're just going to take that out. And this thing's probably dead next turn. Is there anything else I want to do? It looks like their entire backline is just gone. We didn't really have to use any of our healing abilities, which is kind of nuts, but, you know, maybe in a closer fight that would have mattered. Okay, so can we hit? Oh, of course we can. It's just gone. Erased. Speaking of erased, that's all gone too. And this thing, we can pump it full of healing. Where is it? Let's... Boom. Even more healing. Because it definitely needed that. Oh, we grazed. Okay, now it's dead. So what's even left? This guy's left. But not left for long. So that is the power of fully upgraded Devar artillery. It's a bit crazy. So this thing doesn't look like it can attack the center. Can I get this unit? Okay, so I can move this guy over. Move this guy there. Move to Arsenal. Then, I think one unit can probably... Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to auto this one. I don't think there's really any point in repeating that exercise. I just wanted to demonstrate... what was it? Nuclear capable Devar is quite ridiculous. And these guys, looks like they're going to head south. So I guess they're going to keep the conga line going. We should probably send in a reinforcement army. So another set of stacks down here. We're going to try to auto this, but if we lose a bunch of units, we'll probably... I think we'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. So we need a little bit of reinforcing. I think we just lost some Devar. So we'll have these guys join up next turn. Is there anything that these guys want to do? They could probably hold this town while this army moves on. So we'll move in a position to do that next turn. And what else we got? We've got tons of stunties. Absolute tons. So that's pretty much an army. Actually, we could throw this in for bonus points. And I definitely want a foreman. Maybe another bulwark with that. Over here we've got unupgraded stuff that needs to be upgraded. So I think that means we're going to build a Uber tank that doesn't die. And we're going to upgrade what we have currently. So I've got 20 Cosmite to spend. That looks like it's been upgraded. That looks like it's been upgraded. So let's get this thing upgraded as well. These guys just blew some stuff up and it was great. We've got another army, just build up. And the perpetual motion machine. Still, we do not have the Cosmite income to sustain it. We could probably, well, I don't want to have to like manually set that up every single time, so we're just going to leave it as is. This is pretty much going to go on standby until we want to turn it into a production zone. We can rush this. So Thor's Thunderdome is growing. Do not need the science. Why is it when I... Okay, there we go. It's got a long way to go. I think the indicator... Oh no, it's growing this turn, which is why it's not taking anything right now. About these guys. Are we still growing this? I guess we are. About these guys. I really don't need the science at this point, so at this point we can share and sell excess. That's not growing, that's burning and on fire. How about you? Are you growing? Are you doing anything relevant? Not really, so let's share and sell excess. And then we can slide two of these guys over to energy. Speaking of which, how about you guys? Yeah, we're pretty much done over here. So we can dismantle this and eventually build an export center. How about you? You're pretty much done, so let's do that. And holy cow, our energy is spiking. I think we can't actually use all the food that we're trying to pump out of there. Oh, we can definitely take here. I don't know why we weren't taking, but we can definitely take. So let's drop the export center. Let's actually rush that. We're going to drop the export center. We're going to build this, and we're going to, you know, build a biofarm to try and take advantage of that gold sector as much as we can. I'm not seeing... Oh, man, I want this, but I don't want to start another war. The first one's going quite well. That doesn't mean another one would. I do have the resources to build another monitor, and let's get a sentinel. Because I forgot that those have a global plus 10% accuracy buff, which is great. Oh, and we can build these purified golems here. So what's different about them? They look exactly the same as the regular golem, except I guess you can build them? Not impressed. Let's see. So this is just full on energy. We're just gonna have to do it. So the beginning of the great bug war has begun. We are just plowing through their territory. Absolutely plowing through it. Like, we're just gonna eat it all up. And doesn't really look like there's a whole lot they can do about it. We can send our main army to kind of go after their cities. This entire area is just collapsed. I actually should be sending more supporting stacks to fill out this place while my main stacks can just, smash through everything they encounter. Okay, so we got a new unit, looks like. So I think that's it for the current setup. Had resounding success on the Eastern Front. We have been squashing all the bugs, and most likely this will trigger the endgame. So I've got to be a little careful about just leaving all this territory open. I think the plan is to like get some of these trash stacks in here, and you know, like maybe a mechanical front here, and bring another. Importantly, bring another one down south to eventually kind of solidify the southern front. So we will start the end game probably next time. Catch you then.